I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
that's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him. A lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president, in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract, yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us.
You have nice ocean and from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel
I'm-
very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't
was,
have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
But right now, you don't.
I'm very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you
You're
think about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And
You-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
That's
with
back
all
to
respect to
you.
your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
what
of
are you speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I,
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about West
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak-
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
Accept
times
that there-
thank you
accept
to
that-
American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're
I
saying
said-
you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the
They just need
cards.
to do a ceasefire.
But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to this.
He doesn't want to pay.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough
No, he
deal to
don't want
make.
to. He don't want to agree.
Because
with
the
Russia.
attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks?
This is crazy.
talks? What do you do then? I understand that.
This is transparent.
Conversation right
What are you
now.
saying?
This is very
What if
transparent.
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom.
Yeah, that's
It
what
came
he
out
wanted.
of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, And he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out.
Doesn't want to pay.
I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right. We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thanks.
I need the back of
We'll see, I don't know.
I got something to say.
This is crazy.
I got something to say.
Guys, come on.
Guys, real quick.
Did you see what Zelensky said about the money we gave him? He said it was a grant, not a loan. Trump said, "Oh nah, y'all paying that back."
You got to. Hold on, though.
So that's basically what the deal he's talking about
I know,
signing.
that's what
It's
I know.
a minerals deal where they're supposed to give us minerals to replace the $100 billion we sent them.
Y'all remember when we were seeing the campaigns and we were talking about what if Kamala had to go deal with world leaders? While I was watching this, I was just putting Kamala in that chair, in that seat, and I was like,
okay,
it wouldn't have went down in this way.
It's a grant.
She already said during her campaign, we stand with the Ukrainian people 100%. She would have sent them more money.
I know.
She over with.
Hey, man.
All I seen, Trump stop wars and people investing in America. I don't see what's wrong with that, people. But hey, everybody's still hot about it.
Hey,
I don't understand why you feel like you shouldn't pay that back. If we helped you basically your country come into almost freedom from whatever you fighting against, you don't want to pay back the country that gave you that opportunity? That's insane to me.
But he probably feel like,
that's the
America
second problem,
ain't paid
bro.
back somebody else. Dog.
The number one problem, we got to get it stopped. Trump wanted to stop. It sounds like Putin even wanted to stop. But Zelensky, he ain't going.
Yeah, that's why they say it's like a manpower.
And he was saying like, it's not about being tough. Like, in business, you give some and you get so it's about compromise. You got to meet in the middle. We got to get a deal done for a ceasefire for people to stop dying. And everybody said Trump wanted a war and all this stuff, but he's literally out here fighting to get this war stopped.
On live television.
Second
Yeah, my
question.
second question for President Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting
I don't
the
have
dignity of
such.
this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Costumes,
Yes,
crazy.
maybe one,
Maybe something
maybe
like this?
something like
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Yes,
That'd be great.
maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for.
It is weird though. Any other country that is getting billions of dollars to survive from the United States, I'm pretty sure that they would come with a suit.
Yeah, you're going to come in there with the utmost respect.
Even when we were at the White House, that one dude who didn't have a suit, man,
had on a t-shirt
everybody was looking at him
and
like,
pants.
brother, my brother.
Somebody went there with t-shirts and pants.
Yeah,
Nah,
a
bro.
t-shirt and pants.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
like
On the
he was
invitation, it
extremely
says-
casual. Business. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't have a tie. I felt underdressed, and I had a full suit on.
I felt
One of
fine.
my
You was fresh,
nicest
though.
suits on. I appreciate that, brother.
This is really pretty incredible. We see the
Jackie,
SUV,
hang on with us one
Zelensky's
moment. If you
SUV.
look to your left, you're going to see him. Let's watch.
Mr. President, is the deal off? President Zelensky, can you tell us what happened?
We put a flag right now.
That's on their car.
Is it on their car?
I think it's on. It is.
Oh, it is. I know Trump ain't doing that.
This is really pretty incredible. We
Just from the way I've seen Zelensky give his thoughts and opinions on what's going on in their relations with the U.S. Oh, he's completely out of line, out of touch with what Trump and them think is going on. Because he was like, yeah, the money they gave us was a grant, so under the assumption that they weren't gonna have to pay it back and it was gonna keep coming. Process of breaking off these deals, the Biden family was scraping them some cheese off. They was winning.
Yeah, they had some type of
They were taking
agenda.
small increments of millions of dollars and pocketing it.
Yeah, I mean, Zelensky, you got to sign this for your people, man. Because if
Like,
you don't
come
sign
on.
this, man.
Remember all them people in America that
That's
was
bad.
protesting ceasefire, and they're not doing it now. And a lot of people done died over here too, but nobody cares. It
But
seems.
also, I don't think if he does sign it, that's still not going to get the ceasefire, though. That's just giving him. He just saying he's just going to pay back the money that we give.
This is
ceasefire.
part of the peace agreement because
maybe?
they was even supposed to have a meeting with the U.S., Russia, and some other leaders to talk about peace, and he didn't even show up. He said there will be no there will be no talks of Ukraine and peace with Russia without us there. And he didn't show up. Like, what the? Why you wouldn't show up? Like, he wants to keep fighting this war. He wants to keep getting his money.
What is it that they haven't gotten that they want?
Yeah, that's why JD said
they want to get in NATO.
They want to be in
Russia
NATO.
is like no. Russia is
because
like
it's
no.
too close to them. It's like it's a security threat for them. That's like we having Russia set up shop in Mexico.
See, I thought the way Russia was viewing it is because they don't even have like full independence from Russia.
No, I thought it was a security problem. That's
Like,
why
that
I think
could be
they
it.
do, but yeah,
That's
it
what it
might be
seemed
that
like.
too. Because I mean, if they get in NATO, I mean,
But we sat and watched the whole.
you can go to
Tucker.
NATO, they could put
'cause
missiles in
the
there.
Tucker, that's what.
Yeah, he was making like. But I thought it was basically they wanted to be independent from Russia, and Putin didn't want that.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
that's
it
what
was.
I thought it was.
That's what I thought it was.
But that makes sense too, though.
Both at the same time.
I seen something where they said like they was finna put missiles and stuff in
because
the base closer.
Putin wouldn't want them to be overpowering them, basically. You
Yeah.
know?
I don't
if you're
know,
in
man.
NATO.
I don't know, man.
Because then you got to go to war with the U.S.
I do see how that'd be a threat in NATO because they're in Europe, and then they would be combined with all the European powers. But Russia is massive, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna need a lot.
So JD explained it the best. It's like a manpower thing, literally.
They don't have enough.
They don't have enough soldiers to keep fighting this war. So at some point, if they keep fighting this war, and we're supposed to be aligned with them, the U.S. soldiers
Everybody
have to
gotta go over there.
Yeah,
somebody gotta go over there and fight.
Like if they
We
join
can't
NATO,
do that.
NATO's gonna have to join this war.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
have a
Yeah.
war.
That's what Trump is saying. Yeah.
Yeah, like because they don't have the manpower to continue to fight this fight. That's why we keep sending the money for missiles and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
We just gotta say sorry, y'all, man. Like, as long as Russia don't harm nobody over there, like y'all just got to be Russia. I'm
But
sorry. I mean, shit.
They fought for nothing.
I don't know what to say,
if
bro.
a
I don't
ceasefire
know.
happens and then all those millions of people died and then they still are not in NATO, that would suck for them.
That would suck.
Well, it's
That would
too
be
late.
bad.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Keep
That's
dying
what I say.
or end the war?
Putin might
You've
need
lost.
to just let
You've
them
lost
be in
already.
NATO. Putin might need to just
Well,
let
if we
them
keep
be
it
in
100
NATO.
though,
Not
bro.
gonna happen, bro.
Keep it 100. I think maybe they should be in NATO.
That's a bad world leadership to me because it's like if you know your country is gonna lose this war,
Why
you
would
know.
keep fighting.
Why did you get it? You
But why
know.
fight if y'all are not getting in NATO?
But we gotta blame some of the US.
I know you gotta lose,
We gotta
but
blame
like-
some of the people that was in our the last administration
Oh, for
because they
sure.
probably was egging him on.
Well, they was
We
giving
can get you
him the
in
money.
there. We can get you
That's
in
why
there.
Just do
they're
it, bro.
funding it.
They was probably boosting them. Yeah, we gonna see you. We got the Glock switches
For
and
their
everything.
own
We gonna send that
agendas.
over there to y'all. Y'all gonna be straight.
I don't know.
I feel like.
My personal opinion, I think Putin should just chill and let the boys get in NATO. I mean, I feel like
I don't think he's
I
gonna
feel
do that,
like,
though.
in
I
my
don't know,
personal
man.
opinion,
But it's who's the bigger-
I think it's part of the peace deal there. Like the NATO membership is like not on the table.
yeah,
Trump,
I think they
if Trump
should just
say
be
sign that
independent.
shit, then I think it's best they sign it.
I feel like they should just be an independent nation.
I think that's what the part of the peace deal was.
They get to be independent, but they're not in NATO.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
If that's the deal, they don't sign it. Well, then
But I think the reason they're
coming home.
They're refusing to sign it is because if they become independent from Russia and then they do something Russia don't like or something, Russia
get
can just
invaded.
pull up and take over, and that's why they're fighting to join NATO, so they'd have some sort of protection from Europe and the U.S., et cetera, et cetera. But if they join NATO, we would still be sending them the majority of these millions of dollars. Because the U.S. is NATO. Like if you look at the spending, the
Trump's
U.S.
trying to
is
stop
NATO.
that too, though.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If that stops, and then like, what's the problem? Then it'll be just Putin being a, kind of an asshole at that point. It's like, they're an independent nation, brother. Let them
But
get
you
in the NATO.
gotta also remember, like, Putin
that's my
started doing
opinion.
more because they took that gas pipeline. They started doing stuff to actually try to fuck over Putin, though. Biden was doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is why it's confusing.
Oh, I was like,
But I know Trump got the best the conclusion for it. But I don't know. But JD said it good. I think that is what it is. They both just being dickheads right now, to me personally. But let us know what y'all think in the comments, though, guys. What should happen? We're out of here.